Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all know who it is, Trigger Ranking, man. I'm back. It's already 12:36. Woke up late, but I'm here. So y'all know what to do, man. Y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, man. Spam the chat with what y'all want to talk about and things of that nature, or where you come from and stuff like that. So y'all get in the chat. We're watching Trap Morals, orated by Trap Ross. Something about David and his boyfriend plan went horribly wrong. So I guess that kind of Asian looking dude that he bees with, there's some information on that. So with that being said, bro, let's get into it, man. Let me play my little intro right quick.
You are watching a master at work.
All right, man. So about to get into it, man. Trap. We are reacting to Trap Morals channel, orated by the one and only Trap Ross.
Daddy?
I'm Aaron, but here's your daddy. Trapmore gang. There's been some very dark things going on around this David trial, and there's been a lot of new information recently that has kind of added some very chilling and creepy context to things that we already knew. Two things that I want to talk about extensively in this video that might make you a little bit upset is the plot that allegedly, according to some people, was nearly put into place to actually get rid of or demolish or destroy, however you want to say it, the body of 14-year-old girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Now, rest in peace to her. We're hoping that there is going to be justice for her at some point in the near future. We need to know and we need to get to the bottom of what actually happened in this situation. There's been a lot of talk and speculation as to potentially a foiled or failed or just abandoned plot to get rid of or destroy the body of this child that was ultimately found in David's Tesla. There's also been a lot of talk about David's friendship, or perhaps more than a friendship. In some people's opinion, perhaps there was something romantic going on between David and his close or best, or whatever you want to call it, friend Neo, or Neo the Asian, as he sometimes goes by online. Now, I've explored a few theories on this channel about potentially David and Neo being in some kind of relationship, or there's pictures of David and Neo, gripping each other's butts. David's got his hand underneath Neo's waist. There's a picture where they've got arms wrapped around each other, his butts being squeezed. It's super weird. But what I want to do in this video is break down a timeline of events that concern both of these individuals and explore some theories and opinions, okay?
So I'm trying to figure out why in the hell is he messing with this girl? Well, he might be bi or something, but I mean, he's a predator because that girl was too young. So that's A minor. That's A minor. So
what I'm going to say in this video is not verified facts. Okay, a lot of this is a combination of opinions, theories, speculations by people online. But what it does is paint a very dark and grim picture of perhaps what was and perhaps what nearly was when it comes to actually the plot to get rid of the body and who was involved. Now, I'm going to break it all down to you in this video, okay? And you might be surprised by some of what I share with you. So the first thing I want to bring your attention to is an interview with the private investigator, Steve Fisher, or SF Investigates. Now, he is somebody that's been very close to this case for quite some time. Not only that, but he has also kind of been, how can I put this? He's been integral to this case in this situation because he has apparently been retained by the owner of the property that David was living in at the time the body was found in the car that was towed from nearby the property. And he's found things inside the property. He's apparently seen pictures and surveillance footage and other things that basically indicates to him, if you listen carefully to what he's saying, he's talking about extensive planning that allegedly was going into a plot to get rid of Celeste's remains. But interestingly, he says very clearly and very specifically when he's talking about it, they. He doesn't say he, doesn't say David, doesn't say him, he says they. uses language, and again, he's been very cagey about what language he can use, certain things he can't put out there publicly, but we can dig deeper and read between the lines of what he's saying and speculate on things that he probably isn't even allowed to say publicly. But if you listen very carefully, the way he talks about this, and he clearly knows more than the average person and the members of the public, he's saying multiple people, or he's inferring that multiple people were potentially involved in a plot to get rid of the body before it was discovered. So let's just listen to this snippet, and then we're going to go over just the whole timeline.
This is so sad.
Of going on behind the scenes.
But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that...
Typically, when you hear the word no credit check, it usually means high sell price, high...
Physical evidence that was at that house that is... there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her, and it's scary sadistic stuff, and that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more, but for obvious reasons I can't. But it doesn't have to do with how she died, but maybe how they were planning on ultimately getting rid of her, and how maybe that Tesla was just a holding spot of time, and things just, you know, their timing was just off as far as getting this done. But there's a few things that were just like will blow your mind.
So, for whatever reason, he couldn't say at the time, he said there were sadistic things left in the property that basically painted a picture of some kind of plan to get rid of the body. Now we know it was this burn cage that was found at David's house. And not only that, it was found in a pretty bad condition, if you ask me. I mean, the fact that the cops didn't take this and at least have a look inside the box, allegedly, is crazy, right? But this is a burn cage incinerator. Apparently, it can it can heat up to temperatures of 1600 Fahrenheit, which apparently is 200 degrees hotter than it takes to cremate a body. And the SF would basically break all of this down in a long post on Twitter, basically say human cremations are typically performed at 1400 degrees. This burn cage incinerator could heat up to 1600 degrees. He said his words have been misquoted. And he's basically referring to that original interview. He said that, you know, items you would expect to find on a farm rather than a home in the Hollywood Hills, something that could be used to get rid of the body. And basically, this incinerator, this is what was going on, and they potentially going to use it to get rid of the body. Now, here's where things get a little bit more spicy, okay? That original interview was in October, it was on the 18th of October, 2025. Now, cut forward just under 2 months to about 3 days ago from where I'm recording this video, on December the 15th, 2025. This is when the TMZ were actually reporting that the district attorney actually believes that up to 2 people might have had knowledge of Celeste's murder, and you could potentially infer from that that maybe there was some kind of conspiracy with multiple people involved in the murder and perhaps involved in a plot that didn't go to plan of getting rid of the body.
Beth thinks happened, and clearly she thinks David did this. Whatever she thinks happened, there were more than 1 or more than 2 people who had some knowledge of it, because everything I'm hearing, you know, based on a reporter there and other information, is that her net is wider than 2 people. So I think she thinks, and again, I'm connecting dots, and I'm not going to say I know something when I don't, but I'm connecting dots. That I think Beth believes that a circle around David knew various things. Does that make sense to you?
That's exactly what I think is happening.
I mean, his manager know. I know his manager know, because he basically said he knew in court when he talked to the grand jury.
Not only 2 or 3, I think there are as many as 8 different people who were in the orbit who had heard or had witnessed what had happened, and they are basically casting that net, trying to get closer to the center of that circle.
So the joke is that a grand jury would indict a ham sandwich. If the LAPD
except if it's Tish James, but other than that.
So, all right, jokes aside, yeah. this is basically, they're talking about the fact that there could be a whole bunch of people that knew what was going on, or at least knew something wasn't right. And it could be multiple people that were potentially involved in the murder. It could be multiple people that maybe the murder happened. Maybe one person wilded out and took the life of this young girl, and then other people got involved to try and clean it up. Maybe they needed to protect the golden goose. Who knows? In my opinion, that could be possible. Now, one person that's come under a whole lot of scrutiny, and I think it's important for me to share this, all right, is this guy Neo. And I feel like some people are acting like, Ross, you making it up that they was in a relationship. There's been talk, this is 3 months ago, just after the body was found, September the 18th, 2025. You can't see that, but I'm highlighting the date and it's telling me the exact. It's telling me to the second when this was
Asian
posted.
dude look, I mean, David looks sweet, but the Asian dude looks sweeter. Like they look like they stay off of Sugarloaf Parkway, for real.
18th, 2025 at 9:23 p.m. and 32 seconds. Can we talk about his possible boyfriend on IG that he's seen with before and after this poor girl's death? This was before the main Ask David subreddit became defunct, when David stepped away and made it so you couldn't post in there anymore. People saying, I'm getting bad vibes off this man. Maybe I'm reaching, I don't know, but this could be a suspect. He's got all of his comments off. David's got the sound game. He's laying across him. David's got his hand tucked underneath his backside. All right. Something is not right about these two.
Yeah, these niggas is weird, bro. Like, these niggas is... I don't know what to say about these two, bro. These two... I just say they two characters. And not in a fucking movie.
What the hell is this? They're doing up Titanic together, okay? And unfortunately, they both might be going down with the ship, okay? People saying, I think he's in his friend group, he still follows David. People are saying in one of his highlights, he calls him daddy. I don't know, but thanks for clarifying, he's just a friend. I'm not sure. To be fair, men are just like that. My partner acts so gay with his friends, that doesn't mean they're dating. However, that man is probably complicit with David crimes. They were saying this 3 months ago. This is not new, okay?
This is Buick.
My bad, y'all. I ain't got premium. My bad.
Buick.
So David knew he was caught once he limited all of his comment sections. And I also joke with close friends romantically, so I get that part. Sometimes it's harmless, but I'm not sure in my opinion. It says, dude was definitely a PDF orbiter who was complicit in his activities. Everyone around him knew what was going on and kept quiet about it. They should all be held accountable. Wait, I've seen this pattern somewhere. No, okay, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm not trying to have no problems with the authorities. Okay, it says, I thought I was the only one getting bad vibes from him. I saw photos online of him at David's house, and it seems he's been living there. He also had access to the Tesla. Something is definitely fishy with both him and David. And why is his hand underneath him? I wonder myself. Okay.
This man took a picture with a handful of this man's ass's hand, bro. Like, are you serious, my nigga? Like, what y'all got going on, bro? Like, man, a handful of ass.
I wonder myself. Now, Neo the Asian, okay, he's been under... That Titanic picture is crazy. If or wherever you are... Where are you guys, man? Wherever you are, where are you guys? Anyway, okay, he's been under scrutiny, right? And there might be more and more evidence mounting up, or at least speculations mounting up, that Neo was close to this situation. Maybe, in some people's opinion, he might have covered up evidence or helped getting himself involved in helping out with the situation, okay? But to really understand what's going on with Neo, okay, we've got to go all the way back to the start. So this is an image that's been going around the Reddits, all right? And it's been backed up, it's been deleted, it's been posted, all sorts of stuff. But basically, okay, it's actually been suspected that it's highly possible. We don't know exactly when Neo and David met, but what we do know is it's possible, according to some people's timelines, that like David might have actually met Celeste before he met Neo. So this is a comment of someone basically talking about, and this is unverified, we can't know for sure if this is true, but this is somebody basically explaining that David basically met Celeste on Fortnite as early as 2021, which would have meant she would be around 10 or 11.
So I did hear this dude, David, was like a Fortnite champion. I never played it before, but they say he's like the I guess he's like numbers. I don't know. I guess he high up in the ranking and playing the game, and a lot of kids play this game. So I'm thinking, like Trap Lord just said. I mean, basically, he met the girl playing the fucking video game. This is so fucking weird, bro. Like this is despicable behavior, bro. You use the fucking video game to meet a 11-year-old child. What the fuck, man? Come on.
Years old, just online playing Fortnite, meeting this dude, not realizing what hell she is unfortunately getting herself into. Yo, I'm watching the live right now, but I just want to say this because me and my friend are trying to record everything. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where we met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite. I'm pretty sure, and then he made her get Discord, and everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally knew, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talk way more. She would literally say he'd rape her, but then follow it up with a joke, so I don't know if she was being for real or not. He was also just a weirdo, to be honest. He used to send gore pics in group chat, but I'm not surprised considering ... Now, if you go and trace things back on David...
Honest with y'all, man, this gore stuff, bro, like, I'm just ready for this guy to get locked up, bro. Can't believe she keeps getting away with this. Yeah, man, this is the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life, man. Okay, so somebody put out, let's watch the sauce right quick, y'all, because I'm kind of tired of talking. I don't want the next time I really want to talk about that is when this motherfucker locked up.
Hey yo, this out. Unfortunately, the other day we lost an R&B singer that gave us one of the greatest R&B songs of all time, Carl Carlton. And if you don't know what song Carl gave us, let me remind you.
Oh shit, he passed away.
Bang.
Hey, the she could be. Hey, bad man. Ooh, that be it. That be it.
She's a bad man, Majima, just as fine
That
as she
she
can be.
could be. That's my
And if
shit.
you were born anywhere between the 60s and 80s, then you know darn well that for black women, that right there is a national
That's an
anthem.
anthem,
So,
dog.
rest in peace to Carl Carlton, and thank you, sir,
Rest
for giving
in
us
peace,
that
Mr.
song.
Carlton.
But since we're taking it back, way back to the old school, let me also share this. Did y'all know that on December 31st, 2025, MTV is officially ending? Because with all of the streaming services and everybody no longer listening to the radio and everybody going to YouTube and Instagram.
Damn, they fucking canceling MTV? Wow, that's crazy, yo. But the world is changing, bro. Ain't no more MTV? The fuck?
And TikTok, they've decided that MTV is no longer necessary, and after 44 years, they're getting ready to shut down. I mean, this right here is crazy, and I'm starting to feel ancient because I remember sitting up watching the first video that ever aired on MTV, and I also remember sitting up in front of the TV.
Me too, y'all. I was born in '78, so I'm not ancient, but I'm up there. I'm not ancient.
Watching Michael Jackson's Thriller the night that it premiered. I mean, for real, the end of MTV actually marks the end of an era. Because I'm sitting over here remembering all of the nights as a kid.
44 years. I'm 47, so MTV came about when I was, 3 years old.
That I sat up watching videos by Billy Idol, Pat Benatar, Van Halen, Wham, Boy George and the Culture Club, Cyndi Lauper, Sister Sledge, The Eurythmics, ZZ Top,
All of
Hero,
them.
I mean, all the videos. And now that MTV's getting shut down, where in the world am I supposed to find videos of Michael Jackson shutting down Marlon like this?
Go, 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 go.
this, what was your boy Marlon Jackson doing that night with the hip roll? I mean, Mike was looking at him like, yo, you're feeling yourself too much. Let me walk over here and shut this down. Anyhow, do me a favor and hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, why don't you go ahead and do that too?
Y'all check out the sauce. That's what we are reacting to.
Listen, let me know, what was the first music video that you ever watched on MTV? Now, the other day, Dr. Umar came out and shared his thoughts on 50 Cent and Netflix's new Diddy doc. And he says that the documentary is nothing more than self-hatred disguised as community service.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken it.
Damn, son.
Advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where is the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there, it is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that go? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hate.
Okay, so let me address this in a couple of parts. One, when all of these white media companies came out and dropped different documentaries on Diddy, did anybody have anything to say? But now that it's 50, everybody's got something to say. So, essentially what y'all...
I just put out a short yesterday, y'all. The short, I got on like a Red Bulls jumpsuit. I just put the video out yesterday. I told y'all, hey man, leave 50 Cent alone, bro. Please leave this man alone, bro. Cause it ain't gonna be. I need to stop fucking with 50, bro.
All I'm saying is that there's a problem that somebody who's actually part of the culture made a documentary about one of the biggest stories that ever occurred in hip-hop culture. Now, here's the flip side. Let's say 50 didn't make the doc. Then a whole lot of people would be outside saying like, yo, everybody in hip-hop is whack. Because don't nobody want to address what's going on in the culture. Likewise, let's say 50 Cent did come out and drop a documentary about Catholic priests. Then everybody would be on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and every other social media platform talking like, yo, why is Ninja out here dropping documentaries about Catholic priests when you got Diddy running around these streets? See, it's a no-win situation.
It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
It's a catch-22, which brings me to number 3, which is this newfangled concept that just because you're black, you're not supposed to expose somebody who's black. Like, what part of the game is that? If you're a criminal, if you're out here doing wrong and you're hurting the community, you can get exposed just like anybody else. And honestly, Dr. Umar better hope that 50 Cent's next documentary is not about him.
Talking about I got your fish tank. You having it.
Hey, we definitely could make a documentary about Umar. Like, it would be like...
Aquarium down there. She has an aquarium down there with every creature in the ocean. She got squid, she got clams between her legs, she got oysters, she got shrimps between her legs, she got salmon, whiting, tilapia, you name it, she got it.
Yeah, okay, Dr. Umar. So my question is this. How can you jump online trying to expose the alleged aroma of a black woman? That's not a problem. However, when 50 Cent drops a Diddy doc, all of a sudden, that's problematic for the black community. Do you think that Dr. Umar knows that instead of jumping online talking about the effervescent scent of somebody's fish tank, he could have also dropped his own documentary about Catholic priests? And last but not least, I said it once and I'll say it again.
That's all she said. The lady had a fish tank. Damn, not a fish tank.
50 Cent did not expose anything about Diddy that wasn't out there. And if you didn't know all of those things about Diddy, it's because you were not paying.
Hit the like button, sub up if you like, and you know what I'm saying? Let us know where you're coming from. City, state, country, Providence, wherever.
attention. Anyway, the other day Tekashi 69 was doing an interview, and he said that he now has to go to jail for 3 months because he jacked somebody up, and then after he jacked the dude up, the dude turned around and snitched on him.
Fucking, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail in 90 days. I've never seen someone so excited. No, I'm not excited. I'm excited.
We got motion.
I'm excited at my point that I'm about to make. Somebody at the mall, he genuinely looked at me and said, "Yo, you lucky with your family right now, you fucking rat. If not, I'll kill you." We beat the shit out of him, and guess what he does?
Calls
He
out.
rats. He rats. He literally called the cops rats. And guess who's laughing at the end of the day?
Yeah.
That guy, because he called me a rat, we beat the shit out of him, but guess who's going to jail?
Yeah.
Bro, it's literally, I'm going to jail for that.
Yeah. That sucks.
Let me tell you something, and after I say this, you might be like, yo, Source.
Man, y'all call me what you want to call me, dog. But I'm too old to be fighting folks and all that shit, bro. I'm too grown, bro. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm too real, and I respect myself and I respect others, so ain't gonna be no fighting. If you call me something, you call me whatever. You call me that shit. I don't give a fuck.
You're such a hater. And guess what?
I don't
you
care.
might be right. But I can no longer take Tekashi 69 serious when he's talking about being out in these streets fighting and jacking somebody up after I saw Tekashi 69 get his knot rocked while he was wearing a pair of plastic pom-pom shorts at the gym. So while I know...
Yeah, well, we all remember that. We all know about that when he got jumped in the gym and all this crazy. We remember that.
that something did go down, and I do know that Tekashi 69 is going to jail for 3 months. I'm just not quite sure that this is the correct version of what happened. Anyhow, in other news, the other day the baby, yes, the baby, I know, we haven't discussed the baby in a long time, but the other day the baby jumped online to correct the record after Funk Master Flex called Kimora Lee Simmons a bird and then said that once upon a time, Kimora Lee Simmons and the baby had a little something going on.
Whoa, she's a bird. Continue the story.
Now, Flex, you know you can't say that.
What's her name?
This Kimora Lee Simmons.
The rest is all right, right?
Back to the family. Look, back to the family.
And the baby was beating that. Dad, finish the story.
Say what?
Finish the story.
So I don't know if she's gonna add this part. They were saying that baby, like Birdman, that's the baby you were talking about.
Back in the family, her reality show is out. We get to see Kimora.
You know about that?
I just seen my face and my name attached to some shit.
Watch out, niggas.
Out of respect for the woman, you know what I'm saying, who goddamn they speaking on, that shit is 1,000% false. OG, I don't know what you got going on or what even made you goddamn feel comfortable enough to goddamn throw my name out there so loosely like that. But that shit ain't true. I'm looking forward to seeing you clear that up. I'm disappointed.
Man, we got a clown, y'all. We have a clown in here.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm disappointed. I'm looking forward to you clearing it up, Flex. But yeah, that ain't true at all. I ain't got no tea, no none of that from nobody right now. I ain't got nothing but good music. So I clear that up. Happy holiday.
What you know about having someone in your car to pay your lawyer?
Alright, so honestly, I appreciate the baby for coming out and clearing that up. But even if he didn't, Kimora Lee Simmons is like 50 years old. She can deal with whoever she wants. So, my issue is with Funkmaster Flex. Why in the world at like 55, 60 years old are you on the radio trying to put Kimora Lee Simmons on blast? And then, aside from that, why do you think that it's a flex to be like, yeah, my man's hit that, my man's hit that? Come on, dude, grow up. As far as I'm concerned, Funkmaster Flex needs to shut the cuss up and go back to playing a water dance 80 times in a row. Anyhow, after Funkmaster Flex said what he said, and then the baby came out and responded, a whole lot of people had something to say in the comment section. And one person said, ooh, Flex is a girl. And then somebody else was like, Funkmaster Flex wanna be Wendy Williams so bad, can't stand him or that VC. And then after that, somebody else was like,
so Flex look like Wendy Williams with a Flex looked like Wendy Williams with a weight set.
Now, somebody else who's out here addressing rumors is Tamar Braxton, because the other day while she was on Sherry Shepherd, she actually addressed the fact that some people are out here saying that she once swung right in. Look, I know that after the last verses, a whole lot of people are like, oh my goodness, Tamar was so touchy-feely with Birdman. They must have had something going on. But after hearing the rumor, I didn't believe that mess for 1 minute. Now, is it true that Tamar was all up on Birdman during the verses? Yeah, she was over there wiping his brow with a handkerchief, giving him water, patting him on the back. But, I mean, some people are just like that. Now, somebody who doesn't appear to be as jovial as Tamar Braxton is Kandi Burruss. Because the other day, Kandi was doing an interview, and when they asked her what she wanted on her Christmas list, will y'all check out what Kandi had to say?
What's on your Christmas list this year? I was about to say a divorce, but that don't sound right. Quite festive. What is on my Christmas list? Honestly, I haven't really thought about anything to get myself. I'm always thinking about.
Listen, Kandi be cracking me up because sometimes some of the things that come out of her mouth are like, what? Anyhow, Todd is somewhere right now. Like, yeah, okay. Santa getting ready to bring you exactly what you want.
That's probably the main reason I'll probably never get married again, because it's too much shit in that shit.
Alright, so check this out. Now that Nelly has settled down, he's married Ashanti, and they've had their first baby, Nelly is now ready to go back to the music and release his first album in 25.
Oh yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Metro Boomin is producing that album. Yeah, that the I think the whole either Nelly coming back out or the Saint Lunatics coming back out as a group, but I know Nelly coming back out at least next year, 2026, and I think Metro Boomin doing the beats.
Yes.
Love in St. Louis, we talked about it one time again. St. Lunatics 2026.
And I forgot Nelly. I mean, not Nelly. Nelly is from St. Louis, but Metro Boomin from St. Louis too.
Executive produced by Metro Boomin. St. Louis, we in the middle. We turn it up 2026 one time.
With zero, I have less stress this end of financial year.
Hey, diamonds.
Listen, let me know down below. Somewhere on your Christmas list, does it say, Santa, I want a new Nelly album? Oh my goodness, you better get ready, because once Nelly drops that album, we get ready to be out in these streets like this.
It's getting hot in here, and Lord, I'm about to pass. I'm getting so hot, Lord, I'm about to pass. It's getting hot in here, and Lord, I'm about to pass. Lord, I'm getting so hot, Lord, I'm about to pass. With a little bit of with a little bit of
But since we brought up Santa, Jada Pinkett Smith wants to know if you like a silky satin Christmas tree. Wait a minute, is that satin or is that velvet? I mean, in the comments it says that it's velvet, but to me, it sort of looks satiny. Anyhow, it's a very nice tree, but not for me. I prefer traditional Christmas trees, you know what I'm saying? Give me the pine or give me the Walmart box Christmas tree. I don't want a red silky satin velvet Christmas tree with no lights and no balls. Listen, let me know down below. Are you feeling Jada Pinkett's Christmas tree? And last but not least, Jermaine Dupri has some advice for all y'all out there. Jermaine Dupri says, give somebody something.
Don't ever give somebody something they ask for. Don't don't ever give nobody something they ask for. Your homeboys that ask you to work for you, don't give it to them. But they ain't gonna never appreciate it. They gonna look at it the wrong way. If they ask for it, then you let them do it. But if they don't ask for it, don't give it to them.
If I may add on,
There might be some jewels. I might have to use that one. Don't never give somebody nothing they don't ask for.
Also, I'm gonna tell you this: the best way to help people in need is not to become one. You hear me? So keep doing for you and make sure that you ain't the person that's next to them needing somebody to do it. Because when somebody do something, let them be in line for that first blessing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in there trying to stop the blessings and stop it from getting to them because you straight now.
Okay, so as far as giving your homeboys and your homegirls jobs, just because they grew up with you, I agree 100% that you shouldn't just be giving out the jobs, especially if your homeboy and your homegirl are not qualified. However, as a general rule, I disagree with Jermaine Dupri because I give people things that they didn't ask for all the time. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I rely on the spirit of discernment, and sometimes God puts in my heart to give people things that they didn't even know.
I just watched a video earlier, man, Kai Cenat and this other kid, I don't know what his name is, and they gave this little boy and his mom, first, they thought he was just getting a streaming computer where he could stream, like a gaming computer. Man, they got this man a gaming computer, went outside, they had a transport van for this boy, took him to a house. They bought this man a freaking house, bro. So him and his mom were not, because they was about to be evicted like 45 days in the future. And yeah, that right there, that kind of touched me, bro. That's why I keep streaming, because if I ever get big, bro, if I ever get big in the streaming world, I promise I'm giving back. I'm giving back to all of these people out here. Homeless, sick kids, mentally ill. I'm giving back to everybody, bro. I got to, because it's just in my heart to do that. That's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I was raised to be like that. You dig?
That they needed themselves. And as far as T.I. is concerned, of course, you don't deplete yourself trying to give to other people, but whenever you can, if you're in the position, you should try to help people out. Because sometimes God blesses you just so you can be a blessing to other people.
And that's definitely true, man. Y'all go check out the sauce, man. I love this lady. I don't know who this lady is. I ain't never seen her. She's faceless, but bro, y'all go check this lady out. She her and Panda, I ain't gonna lie, they be saying they be dropping a lot of jewels, bro. You dig? And I love it.
Matter of fact, let's hear what Reverend Run's son JoJo has to say about blessings.
You bless others and you move with a good heart and you move intentional, you're gonna be blessed 10 times over. Amen. Like I truly believe that. Everything in my life, whenever I went through hard times, I wasn't thinking about other people. I was just thinking about myself or whatever. Yeah. But when I started just being a blessing unto others, I started getting blessed just every which way possible.
Listen, let me know what you think about everything that we discussed in today's video. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.
Alright, y'all, we're going to, let's see what we're going to next. Let me see. Let me check it out. See what's going on. Reading. Okay. So let's go on. We'll go check this Poetic Flacco video out, see what the hell he's talking about. Expose what Mano and Jim Jones been doing. Y'all check out Poetic Flacco. This is the video we're reacting to.
It's a Georgia thing.
$50 just exposed a pretty embarrassing secret about Mano, Jim Jones, Dave East, and Fabulous. Now, he exposed them because they kind of spoke about him on their podcast. So they had a discussion on whether or not it's okay that people could do a documentary about you without your permission, and if they think it's right. They never said 50 Cent or Diddy, but because 50 Cent has been in the news headlines for doing this documentary about Diddy, 50 Cent kind of felt like they were talking about him, but they didn't really want to say his name because they didn't really want to smoke.
Is it acceptable for someone to create a documentary about you without your approval? How would you feel if it happened to you?
It's like
Definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty.
I would
I
feel.
go front. I think if they first of all, they want somebody doing a documentary about you. You want it to be a dope documentary.
It gotta be dope.
Showing who you are, what you've done.
No bullshit. These dudes, they really don't got nothing to talk about because, bruh, for y'all to say, oh, somebody do a documentary about it, it gotta be a dope documentary. Bro, this is not what that is about. This is not about a documentary about, we'll just say different field. This is not a documentary about Michael Jordan. This is a documentary about Diddy and the downfall. This is not, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be bigging Diddy up, saying, oh yeah, he good for that. He good for whipping. Nah.
You've accomplished. Like, a documentary is a big thing. Like, you don't want nobody doing a documentary about some, like, trying to just make your whole character look weak. Like, that's petty behavior.
I don't want to know the company that did it so we can talk, you know what I mean? Because if it's on me, I need, you know what I mean?
I don't understand why that's like legal to do though. Like without anybody, like if you're doing a documentary, if I'm doing a documentary on you, why wouldn't you want the person involved to interact?
A documentary is more like a mockumentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It seems like when you don't use the person, it's more like you're against.
Press said it's a mockumentary. Damn. A mockumentary? I ain't never heard of that. A mockumentary.
Anyway, so I think it should be.
How do they even call
you can do something with it.
Like, why is it called a documentary when it's not?
It's not it's not an autobiography, but it's a documentary because once you become a public person.
Bro, none of them Pablo Escobar documentaries I watched, none of them people knew him. They all,
you know,
they
that's what I'm
just,
saying.
you know what I mean? Like,
once you become, if you're a public person, you're in the news, you can be Google.
So do you think that it's wrong or not?
I think it's wrong. I'm not with it either. I think that.
We all agree that it's wrong? Thumbs down for that?
The only people who think what 50 Cent did is wrong are probably celebrities who understand they probably did some dirt in the industry. They did some very bad things as well. And they don't want somebody making a documentary on them. But the concept of a documentary don't really need the other person to be involved. If this person is a public figure and you have access to people around them who could tell the stories that they are involved in, you don't really need them. Right? I'm a YouTuber. You can damn near say I drop mini documentaries every day. Should I have to seek permission to each person before I speak? No, hell no, right? That doesn't even make sense. Right? Usually when a person is involved, they're not going to be completely honest. They're not going to be completely raw. Usually if you involve somebody in the creative process for their documentary, they're going to want to be viewed in a pretty good light. And if this is a terrible person like Diddy, how do you make a documentary telling the truth about Diddy with him involved? Because then he is going to want to be looked, in a good light. Never said 50 Cent name. They never really hinted towards 50 Cent. 50 Cent still thought they were talking about them. So 50 Cent responded back to their podcast on Instagram. 50 Cent responded in 50 fashion. He somehow dug up some information that nobody knew. And he would write, these guys are squatters. They owe $250,000 for the space they are filming their podcast. These bums are trying to win Best Dressed Awards and can't pay their bills. I didn't know this. And I'll be real, they are filming in a pretty nice space. But why do you owe $250,000? If this is true, Mano, Fabulous, Jim Jones, and Davies ain't learned nothing about business while being in music business for what, like 20 plus years? Like, what do you mean you owe $250,000 for a podcast space? You guys could have rented out a podcast studio for $1,000 a week. You guys only film one episode a week. What? How do you owe $250,000 and you guys are 6 episodes in? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. This next diss was directed directly at Jim Jones. 50 Cent wrote, I understand Diddy was your hero. Stay down with him. I don't care if you let him play with your butt. Then act like you don't remember. Yo, listen, man. Now I'm going to go on record and saying I don't believe that Jim Jones did anything homosexual with Diddy. That's nuts. That's crazy. But I feel like why a lot of these people are coming forward to defend Diddy, they see themselves in Diddy. They see what Diddy did as not really egregious, right? Like when if you had to hook up a lot of these rappers to allow you to take the test, like for real, bro, like, what y'all think gonna happen? If you hook up a lot of these rappers to allow you to take the test and you ask them, hey, yo, you think Diddy beating up Cassie in that hotel should be a death sentence for his career? Hell no, man, hell nah. A lot of them don't really, listen, these people are misogynistic. These people are essentially predators. They are, they've been in the music industry that's male dominated for 20 plus years, bro. You think they think slapping up a woman should be a death sentence? Absolutely not, bro. You ask them, hey man, you think Diddy paying male escorts to have threesomes with him and his woman, should that be a death sentence? Man, they'll say, hell nah. But they can't say it publicly, right? So they gotta disguise that or disguise their support with vague, open-ended questions like, do you think doing a documentary about somebody's life is okay? But 50 read through it, man, so 50 ain't going. 50 would also...
Bro, I told y'all, please leave 50 alone, dog. It ain't gonna be... It's gonna be ugly, bro, I'm telling you.
Target Fabulous next by reposting a compilation of Diddy wishing, male rappers a happy birthday in a very flexible, zesty way with the caption, how do they let him get away with this? At the end, 50 Cent then topped it off by saying that he's about to purchase the space they're filming their podcast in. 50 were right. I didn't have this on my list of things to do, but if you insist, I'll make time. I'm working on buying the space where you film and 50% of your podcast. I don't cap. Initially, when I heard this, I'm like, bruh, certainly 50 Cent got it wrong. Certainly, he just made a mistake, probably heard the wrong information. Because why would Mano, Jim Jones, Fabulous, and Dave East, 4 successful rappers, why would they owe money in the podcast place they film at? So I thought maybe 50 Cent got it wrong. And then I heard Mano address the issue on Angela Yee's radio show. And his response pretty much confirms to me that 50 Cent is 100% right, 1,000% right, bruh. That Mano and them owes on that building, which to me, bro, that's just embarrassing, bro. Y'all start a new business venture, and 2 months into it, y'all are in debt $250,000, bro. Like, come on, man.
Last night, I woke up today and I was like, what is going on?
I heard.
So it looks like 50 Cent has taken shots at the Let's Rap About It crew.
Smoky, very smoky.
Now, 50 posted this.
Documentaries are a big thing. Like, you don't want nobody doing a documentary about some, like, trying to just make your whole character look weak. Like, that's petty behavior.
I don't understand why that's, like, legal to do, though.
Documentary is more like a
seem like
shit like that. Do you think that it's wrong or not? I'm not with it.
All right, now he posted that clip, and then he also posted, and I got to make sure I got to see like what's true and what's not true.
Call us squatters.
Yeah, he called you guys squatters and said you guys owe $250,000. So is that true?
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, so you guys have paid your rent.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
A simple question: did y'all pay y'all rent? That to me is a very simple. You ask me, hey Flacco, all right? Are all your bills paid? Yeah, my bills is paid.
Oh, let me go back. Let me hear what that is.
$250,000. So is that true?
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, so you guys have paid your rent.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, all right.
He asked you a simple question: did y'all pay y'all rent? That to me is a
that's a basic question. Hey, that's like, nigga, if dark hair, you cut the light on, bro. Did you cut the light on? Was it you? That's a basic question. Did you pay the rent?
Flacco, right? Are all your bills paid? Yeah, my bills is paid. Yeah, it's paid. Yes, it's 100% paid. Hey Flacco, is your credit card bill? Yes, it's paid. Somebody asked me, hey Flacco, is your credit card bill? Oh, I don't know what they talking about. But did you pay it? I don't know what they talking. But did you? I don't know what they talking about. That's as guilty as it gets, man. So yes, they owe $250,000 in that building and they squatted.
Now, to put it in perspective, though, you said
Right.
you weren't taking aim.
No, we not making our podcast not going. We don't talk about people. We take things and internalize it. We was talking about, it was a general conversation about do people have the actual right to make a documentary about you? How would you feel if it was you? But I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, I'm not trying to walk nothing down. Like, if it's smoke, it's smoke.
All right, well, here is the full conversation of what you guys were talking about, because it was really just about legally, can you...
Right, that's what it was.
And then you started talking about sex tapes, because somehow it always comes back to that. Here's what happened.
Is it acceptable for someone to create a documentary about you without your approval? How would you feel if it happened to you?
It's like...
Definitely not acceptable. It's facetious and petty.
Right. It's like somebody putting out your sex tape.
Exactly.
I don't know that that's comparable, because a sex tape,
You gotta make sure
you
your
can't
likeness
just put
is
that,
right.
yeah. But documentaries, people can do them. They do them all
Right, we know
the
that.
time.
Yeah, we know that. But you know, everybody panties is in a bunch. Oh my God!
It doesn't feel like this is a big.
No, it ain't nothing.
Yeah,
But the thing is,
it was not to come in.
If you shooting and you said they and these guys and you got a picture and I'm in the picture, I'm shooting back. And it's with whoever. It's with whoever, whenever, however. Whatever.
We know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up, because people are like, you're not going to be up here and not address it and talk about it.
Absolutely. We don't make our podcast not constructed to be doing that. Like we make it about ourselves. But everybody taking shots at us though for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm just saying, like, I'm with whatever.
All right. Well, look, when we come back, we got some.
Mano honestly should have stopped here specifically. But what Mano did after leaving this show to respond back to 50 Cent on Instagram, kind of just made Mano look like a clown. I'll be real, bro. I'm not picking sides here, but Mano response on Instagram made him look like a clown. So he goes ahead and posts like a Photoshop picture of 50 Cent in a wig. And then I guess he, like, I don't know, bro, like what the purpose of this was specifically, to be honest. But the caption read on a particular post, he goes and writes, "Meet Killer Curly, ladies and gentlemen. He helped me get my record deal before, so I'm always be grateful. So it's gonna hurt me to drag this ninja to hell. F is the problem, Curtis. What has your G-Unit, G-string, and a bunch, ninja? Is it the bit or the diabetes? But let's rap about it, though." So I'll be real, even that response is kind of like, bro, I don't want to beef, but I'll fight if I have to. You ever like see two people about to fight and one person like, bro, I don't want to fight, but I will if I have to. Bro, like really gonna make me fight, bro? Like, you are trying not to talk a punk, but you kind of terrified and you kind of scared. And the following post confirms my suspicion of Mano being terrified of 50 Cent. In response to 50 Cent threatening to buy the building they're currently in, Mano would ask 50 Cent, why buy half the podcast, which is the building, right? What?
Because 50 can do that shit. 50 one of the motherfuckers, bro. Y'all playing with the wrong motherfucker when y'all playing with 50, bro. I'm just telling you, but you playing with the wrong motherfucker. Y'all best bet is to leave that boy alone. Just leave him alone, cause he ain't rap tight, and he's not gonna play with you, bro. He's just gonna end your career, dog.
I'll buy half the podcast, aka the building, where you can buy the entire thing and make it a full 100 cent. So he's then asking 50 Cent to just buy their entire podcast, man, and give them a check. Y'all gotta learn to leave 50 Cent alone, bro. Just, even if you're not dissing, just avoid the topic altogether, man. Mano better ask Lil Meech about halfway beefing. Lil Meech tried his exact same attempt. Beef a little bit online while giving him credit and praise and saying, nah, bro, it's all, bro, 50 Cent don't go for that, bro. 50 Cent is not gonna take his foot off your neck, man. Buckle up and get ready for this ride, Mano, all right? So if you guys enjoyed this video,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep.
Want to watch another good video, then click on.
All right, we about to go. I think he got another one. I think this would. Oh, girl, this Poetic Flacco again, y'all. Give me a second.
5 years since the end of the world. Everybody says that this is a new normal. But our bunker's holding on, doing the best we can.
We should discuss our contingency plans.
We can't stay here, Ellie. There's no life from here.
The crater. Do you believe it's real?
They say that it could be humanity's last chance, but it isn't.
Target acquired. Indigo Sky. You're not supposed to be here. You can rewrite the environment. I'm not standing anything. Indigo Sky. You woke up, you need.
Blockbuster.
The world is a dangerous place now.
I gotta watch this movie. This motherfucker look hard.
You got this.
Yeah, this shit look like they're gonna be shit right here.
We're gonna keep going.
I don't know what awaits you at the crater, but I am convinced. It is where the world will be reborn.
Damn. Greenland 2. Greenland. I ain't seen Greenland 1 yet, but Greenland 2 look like it's gonna be some fire shit.
But it backfired badly on them. I've been told y'all on this channel, influencers are my least favorite people on earth. I think they're terrible people generally. I think they're diagnosed sociopaths. I think they're narcissists. I think they go around, entitled, thinking the world revolves around them. These people are not good people. Usual interactions with them are usually unpleasant. And that was the case with this situation right here. Her name is Tokyo Vanity. She's one of those D-list black celebrities who you just kind of remember the face, but never know exactly what they do. They've never really done nothing impactful at all. I think she was on Love and Hip Hop a season or two as like a sidekick to a main character. So not really a main character, not really somebody of importance. But I guess the Love and Hip Hop appearances got her gassed up. The only time you really see her was when the main character had a scene and she was a sidekick, so she would be also in the scene as well. Now, this chick...
Damn, but she built like a damn self-cleaning deep freezer. God damn.
Just a nasty person in general. Not really somebody who's pleasant. She's always been mean. She's always been known to have a nasty attitude. Whenever she's in the news headlines, it's being very nasty. As of lately...
So basically, she fat and nasty.
Damn!
That's crazy. For this particular incident with the small business, she was just in the news headline for trying to bully Finesse 2Time. She took a video that Finesse 2Time girlfriend posted of them together unprovokingly, made a nasty reaction, and then got mad at Finesse 2Time for not liking her nasty reaction. Right now, everybody on the internet hates this chick, deservedly so. So she goes to a small business, a pizza shop in New York around midnight, as most people her size do. I mean, I'm pretty big myself, I'm pretty fat, so I can speak for us. We usually go to pizza shops after midnight, that's how we usually stay big. So she goes to this pizza shop, and after being in the pizza shop for briefly, like not more than about a minute or two, she uploaded a video to her Instagram page with, I believe, like 700,000 followers, disparaging this pizza shop and trying to destroy their reputation.
I'm straight on Cousin Slices, y'all. I feel like they got terrible hospitality, so we'll try it another time. Then my thing is, I really only came to the Cousin Slices in my Manhattan because I was not going to be able to make it to the correct.
You got to be careful when you try to tear people businesses down, because that's personal. That's how they get their money. You fucking now you fucking with my money. So
Once I came all the way over here and then a bitch got an attitude. She got an attitude. That's what happened. And that's why I told y'all, when y'all send my recommendations, don't send me none of that Instagram shit. I don't want to go to none of that Instagram shit with no ego. I want to go straight to places where people who barely speak English. They been cooking how they been cooking, wherever the fuck they been cooking at, however they been cooking. All this got followed.
that sound racist. That sound racist. That sound racist. It do.
On Instagram Instagram, the hoes ready to get off work like I won't smack the shit out you. I don't like all that.
You can even tell just by her energy, this is a foul person, unpleasant person, not somebody you want to be around, not somebody you want to hang with, just a terrible human being. But why exactly? Yeah, you would think that her going out and saying she want to put hands and feet on the employee, she want to fight them, she want to come back and slap the ish out of them, and then she brought up Instagram followers as if she's not an influencer herself, right? Shaming people for, I guess, like being concerned with their IG, like it's just stupid, right? When the first thing you did.
All right, and we back. We back in the bit.
Is against the small business. So far, all we had was her word. So the small business is getting nothing but hate, bad reviews. That people were swarming in to tear down this small business. So a small business had to fight back. And you know how they fall back? They fall back by literally just posting a full interaction. By just posting what Tokyo Vanity is upset about. And once we seen the video, we said, oh, okay, yeah, we know what type of person you are, man.
Tokyo Vanity. That don't even look, she don't look like a Tokyo Vanity. Like, Tokyo Vanity look like a bad Japanese half black girl, something like that. She looked like Fat Albert.
This employee did nothing wrong at all.
Typically, when you hear the word no credit check, it usually means high sell-price.
Said that they're throwing her off with only having the limited selection, some slices taken off up front because she had an array of options. Cool. Now, she didn't know like the menu, so I think the employee 1 second and went to her screen, to do something on there, right? I think she was either pulling up the menu or pulling up prices or pulling up something. Now, when she went to the kiosk or whatever you call like the cashier system to pull up whatever she was.
Yeah, I think I gotta get out of this one. My line got messed up. Let me see. I think my line got messed up. Give me 1 second. Damn, I can't get out of it. Okay, there it goes.